Nancy Mace fought off a primary challenge from a Trump-supported candidate, first female graduate of the Citadel, single mom, elected to Congress twice, and comedy star. And the Republican Congresswoman from South Carolina joins us now. Thanks so much for coming on. Appreciate it. All right, so I got to ask you, I've been meaning to ask you this for a while. Did you write this? Do you have a writer who helped you with it? This was actually hilarious.
Oh, yeah, no, we had lots of help from staff to friends to folks who do this for a living. That's not easy to pull off, and I wanted to make sure that people knew that Republicans, we can also be funny. And one of the great things about that night, I made fun of every side of the political spectrum. But in America today, it feels like we love our country, but we hate our fellow countrymen. Yep. And we've forgotten to laugh at ourselves. We've forgotten to make fun and smile every once in a while when we're working on all these issues. We just fight, fight, fight. Every once in a while, it's okay to laugh at ourselves and make fun.
I agree. Did you get any pushback later from like Matt Gaetz or anyone else?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I take that back. I actually got pushback from one member of Congress, and which is fine, but you've got to be able to make fun of yourselves. And I thought I was on brand pretty well with all the folks that I joked about.
You won't tell us who it was who got mad at you?
I will not. That secret is safe with me.
All right. Let's talk some policy questions. Look, you are a political moderate. We here try to celebrate what we call the marginalized moderate majority in this country. I talked earlier about how the far left goes after our local cops, and now the far right is going after the FBI. What do you make of this effort to undermine and attack the FBI?
Well, it's deeply disturbing on a multitude of levels. I mean, I've had my own experiences with the FBI. As I mentioned, you mentioned earlier in the introduction that I was the first woman to graduate from the Citadel. Well, we had an incident on campus one time, and some of the FBI thought I was witness to it. I was not, but I was taken off of campus for 12 hours that day, not given any opportunity to speak to an attorney or my parents. They were not informed at the time. And so I've seen some of the ways in which law enforcement can also strip away your civil rights. And so number one, it's really important that we protect the rights of people all across the country, regardless of their political affiliation. But that doesn't mean that every FBI agent is bad. There was one bad egg, and come to find out, there were two others in the room who called my parents afterward and wanted to remedy the situation. And so we don't want to paint certain agencies with a broad brush and say they're all bad. We want to fix what's wrong with this system. And I think that's where we get lost in some of this.
You faced a Trump-backed primary challenger in Katie Arrington, and she attacked you pretty hard. I want to play, this is from one of the debates. Let's listen.
40% of the time voting with the Democrats. That is not what we sent her up to Washington to do. We sent Representative Mace because she was Trump endorsed and said she was America first. And the moment that she got up there, she turned her back on us. Then she turned her back on President Trump.
But you ended up winning. What advice would you give to Ron DeSantis?
By 9 points, almost 9 points.
Yeah, well, you won by a lot. So what advice would you give to Ron DeSantis or other Republicans who've been hesitant to sort of punch back against the former president?
Well, I think, if you look at the America First agenda, you cannot be America first if you are unwilling to reach across the aisle and work with others to deliver results for the American people. Like, if you're just going to say no and pitch a fit on Twitter every time, never file a bill, not be willing to work with the other side, because guess what? The reality is we have a Democrat president and a Democrat Senate, and if we want to get anything done and put our country first, we have to be willing to work with the other side. That's just the reality of it today. We're not doing any of the things right now that really the American people care about, the border, crime, et cetera, because we're all in the trenches and the far reaches of either side, unwilling to talk to one another.
All right. Congresswoman Nancy Mace, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.